Good day! In this video, we are going to learn how to calculate the volume of two common shapes. The first one is a cuboid, also called the rectangular prism, and the second example, which we will be doing later, will be finding the volume of a cylinder. So what is volume? Volume is the amount of space in cubic units of what it occupies. So in all calculation for volume, make sure that the unit is in unit cube. For example, centimeter cube, meter cube, kilometer cube, or millimeter cube. So without further ado, let's find the volume of a rectangular prism, also called the cuboid. The formula to calculate the volume of a cuboid or rectangular prism is this, okay? Area of the prism multiplied by height. So what is the prism then? A prism like this has a parallel, is a solid with parallel faces. These are all parallel, okay? If you cut across any plane, okay, then the area will give us the same shape. Okay, let me explain this in further detail. For example, you are pouring water into this cuboid, okay? The shape, when it rises up in the cuboid, it will always be a rectangle, and that prism is the base of the cuboid. So for example, to calculate the volume, you need to find the area of the base, which will be the prism, because as it rises up, okay, the shape will always be the same. So in this case, the area, first you find the area is the length times the width, okay? So the area is 4 and the width is 3, the length is 4 and the width is 3, and you get 12 centimeters squared. You calculate the area of the prism first, and then to calculate the volume, you take the area multiplied by the parallel side, okay? In this case, the parallel side is the height, because as you rise up, the height will be 2, so it's going to be 12 times 2, and that will give you 24 centimeter cube. The old way of calculating the volume of a cuboid is just length times width times height, and of course you will get the same answer of 24 centimeter cube. Okay, let's do the next example. The next example is to find the volume of a prism, okay? Cylinder, I mean, okay? So in this cylinder, the radius of the cylinder is 10 centimeter and the height is 20 centimeter. So the top and the bottom of the cylinder is actually a circle, okay? So to get the volume of the cylinder, you will again use the same formula, area of the prism times the height. So the prism is when you pour water into this cylinder, okay? The area will be the base of the cylinder, and that base will be the area of a circle. So the area of the circle is pi times radius squared. And to calculate the volume, you just multiply by the parallel side. The parallel side is h, so you multiply by h. So the formula to calculate the volume is going to be pi r squared h. Okay, so now if you know the formula to get the volume, you just substitute the value of r and your h into the equation. So volume equals to pi, the radius is 10 times height is 20. Put in your calculator and the answer is going to be 6,283.19, and remember your unit is centimeter cube. Okay, so I have a joke that I just recently read about. So if the radius is equal to z, okay, and your height equals to a, okay, so the volume of the cylinder is going to be pi times radius times height, and substitute pi, your radius is z times a, and then that will become pi z a. So that is a funny joke for this video. Cheers everyone, and see you soon.